What's going on? Jake here with Uncommon ADC, and today we're checking out the Maxpedition bottle holder. This is the 10-inch long version by 4 inches in diameter. They do offer a 12-inch version as well, but I went with the smaller one because this one will hold my 32-ounce Nalgene and most 1-liter bottles with room to spare, so plenty of size even in this smaller version. This wasn't sent to me by Maxpedition. I purchased this on Amazon for $40, and I'll link to where you can find it down in the description of the video. This is the foliage green colorway, which is currently sold out, but they do offer a black and khaki version that are both in stock, and I would imagine if you're dead set on the foliage green, if you just follow that listing, eventually it will come back in stock. Now, what sold me on this bottle holder over some of the other ones and some that I own is the external pocket on the front. And so this is 6 inches tall by 3 inches wide and about 1.5 inches deep. And it really allows you to carry a lot of extras with your water bottle, which I really liked. I also like that it has plenty of mounting options. So if you want to put a pouch on the front or side of this, you definitely can. If you want to mount this to your bag, you have multiple options for mounting it, including this little keeper quick access hook and then the MOLLE webbing here that you can attach to the back of your bag. And then they also have these D-rings which you can attach a shoulder strap to. The shoulder strap is sold separately, and I would imagine it would work with most shoulder straps that can clip onto a D-ring, and so it gives you a lot of versatility in how you're going to carry this one. Now, I actually picked this up for my secondary water bottle, but I think it's kind of a perfect add-on to any bag, and so I can keep it just kind of packed and ready to go, so when I want to swap it out to a different bag, I can. And so 500 denier nylon on the exterior. Again, we have all this different MOLLE webbing. We have different hook and loop panels, including these 1-inch strips on the front that are about 3 inches long each. And then another one that's about maybe 3.5 to 4 inches actually, and 2 inches tall. And so you have a little bit on top that you can put something on as well. And then we have a grommet on the bottom so that water will drain out of there if you have condensation or just a spill inside of the pouch. That'll all drain out the bottom for you. YKK zippers. We'll start with this front pocket here, and we have the paracord zipper pulls. You can of course replace those with your own zipper pulls if you choose to do so, but I find that these work perfectly fine for me. And so paracord zipper pulls, you can open this up and you can fit a bunch in here. You can see the tag Maxpedition American design, made in Taiwan. And so mostly I just have supplements for my water. This one's actually just a snack. These are new Millennium energy bars, and they sell them in a bunch of different flavors. They're just made to be high calorie, high dense food, and so 410 calories on here. This is the raspberry flavor, and then I have a bunch of supplements for my water. So liquid IV, and we have a few different packs of that. These are all strawberry lemonade. We have the instant coffee from Cafe Bustelo, and then we also have some aqua tabs here to purify our water, as well as the instructions for how many tabs for what amount of water. And so the nice thing about having a Nalgene is that they always have those measurements on the side so you can see exactly how many ounces you have in there. We have some bouillon cubes, which is way too many, but I wanted to fill out this test tube so it didn't rattle around. Once you obviously remove one, it will, but I just kind of filled that up, that test tube. These are actually 2-liter bottles, which is really interesting. I learned that these came from Countycom. This is 2-liter bottles before they inflate them to their normal shape. And then last but not least, this vitamin C honey supplement that you can also add to your water. Now, I didn't really utilize the strap in here, but it does have some organization. So if you want to put like a radio or something like that, walkie-talkie in here, you can definitely do that as well. Any of your accessories can really go in here. It doesn't have to be stuff to add to your water, but I thought just kind of a perfect opportunity to add those in and have them readily available with our water bottle. Now, our cap is a zipper that goes all the way around, and I would say this is the only real kind of fatal flaw with it. For me, it wasn't a deal breaker because I don't mind leaving it open once it's in use, but it opens perfectly fine. It's just gonna be a little bit difficult to close up, and so you can see that just flips open. We have our Nalgene in here. This is a 32-ounce Nalgene. You can see has both milliliters and ounces on here for the meter. This one also happens to glow in the dark, and I did switch out that cap for a little bit better cap. I like this style better, and so I often switch out my Nalgenes for those. But you can see when I had that in there, there's actually room to spare at the top with the flat Nalgene cap that comes with it, which I don't think I have around, but the flat one that comes with it, obviously it's going to be even shorter. So you have plenty of room on the top where you can add something, or if you have like a nesting titanium cup that you want to put on the bottom, a little bit of a stove that nests over it, you can definitely do that. And so it gives you a lot of different options, even with this 10-inch version. And if you do have more accessories that you want to stack on the bottom, you can even go with that 12-inch version for plenty of space. Now inside of here, there's there's not going to be any real organization or anything because that's mainly made to hold your water bottle. It is padded though, so it's going to keep it protected from those drops. Obviously, Nalgenes are pretty tough. They can break, but it's very rare. And so that extra padding is nice. And you can see that grommet right through the bottom, or maybe you can't see it. I don't know if it's showing enough light through there, but there is a grommet on the bottom for drainage, which we did see from the exterior. And so when I said fatal flaw, that was the cap closing. So with this open, it's not going to fall out, especially if it's mounted vertically on your bag. It's not going to fall out. You can see it's pretty snug in there. It's possible, but I don't mind tearing it open while in use and then just waiting to close it until I'm done with it. But when you do go to close it, you have to make sure to get that zipper lined up really well. And it does tend to kind of get stuck in the corners just because of the round shape of it. And so you can see how much it's struggling to zip. It's not impossible to do by any means, but you do have to have a kind of concerted effort to get there, which may be frustrating for some people. Again, for me, not really a deal breaker, but something worth pointing out, because if that is going to bother you, obviously don't go with this one. But I really like it for its size. I like the extra organization and all the different mounting options. Like I said, really well built. These are going to be bomb proof, water resistant, which is nice, and still be able to drain, obviously, if water does get in there. Let me know what you think of this one though down in the comments below. As usual, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, subscribing, checking out some of my other content. I will make sure to link to this down in the description of the video as well. Thanks, and I hope you have a great one. Take care.